Hey happy people. So today we are going to be making a Agua Fresca. I'm doing a watermelon Agua Fresca. Basically that just means fresh water. But reason why I'm doing this video is basically because when people always ask me, like when I'm at work and all I see is me drinking bottles of spring water or my warm tea, they're just like, that's all you drink? You don't drink anything else? But I do. Usually the water and the teas, but the teas are warm, and right now it is so hot outside, like triple digits outside, like somebody turned on the furnace. So I have a watermelon. I just happened to find one that was, y'all, I found a seeded watermelon, which is rare. They're like a freaking diamond in the rough these days, them and the seeded grapes. But seeded watermelon, I usually only get like one a year. By the time I eat that one and like try to find another one, it's all seedless. I really miss the days of the watermelon man, the watermelon truck. I don't know if you guys remember that, but the guy who used to have the pickup with all the watermelons on the back, sitting on the corner somewhere, or driving down the street, and you just be like, hey, watermelon man. That, I really miss that, because most of them were seeded. I can't even remember not having a seeded watermelon as a kid. So, but these days you don't know. You gotta look for them, and most of the time they're not seeded, and it just really is disappointing, right? To go over there and look, and you just like, it says seedless. But today I found a seeded watermelon, so I cut it up. I cut it in fours. It was a medium-sized watermelon, not like the little round ones, but the more medium-sized like this. It wasn't too big, not the gigantic ones. But I cut it into fours, and this is 3/4 of it in this bowl right here. So let's just get started. Ingredients right there on this. So first thing you're going to do is you need to blend your watermelon. And I forgot my water. I'll be right back. Alright, so we got our water. I always miss something. But, alright, so we're just going to add this to the blender here first and blend it down with a little bit of water. Not too much water, because watermelon is watermelon and it's already got water in it. I have already de-seeded this, so it doesn't have too many seeds. It has a couple of those white seeds in it, but I try not to put the black seeds in there because I don't want it to scratch up my blender too much, and straining it later is a little harder. But some you miss when you're de-seeding, so. If you have more watermelon than your blender can hold, just blend up what you can, strain it, and then start again. See, look, there's a seed right there. Don't throw away your seeds. If you have a yard, plant them, grow them, so then you don't have to worry about not having none. You don't have to worry about having seedless watermelon. I'm telling y'all, it just hurts my heart that they're seedless. Keep your seeds. Plant them, grow them yourself. I personally don't have a yard right now. I'm in an apartment, but if I did, trust me, I would have watermelon growing because I love watermelon. So that's about all that's going to fit in there for right now. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water, not too much, like I say. We just want to help it blend a little bit. That's enough. Alright, let's power this bad boy on. Might want to put the lid on first before I turn it on. And that is good enough. Now, you don't have to strain this if you don't want to. I don't strain it to take out the pulp. I know some people do strain it to take out the pulp, but I don't. I just strain it to make sure I get the seeds out so I don't choke on them when I'm drinking. Alright, so I got my gallon little jar here, and I got a strainer. We're just gonna run this through right quick, catch any little seeds. Okay, so I have strained as much as I can. There's quite a bit of pulp, and I still see some seeds in there, so that's why I strained it, not to get rid of the pulp, but to make sure the seeds aren't in there. So now we're just going to continue to do the same process again until you are out of watermelon. Again, add just a little bit of water. And now I'm going to try to do some tricky stuff because I have a second jar here and I want to use some of that one too. So let's see how quickly I can do this. Okay, so now we've strained both of those. We can get rid of the blender. Just moving some stuff around here. That back there. Okay, so we have our 2 jars of watermelon juice. So now we just need to add, right now I usually add a little bit of sea salt. This is pink Himalayan sea salt. Watermelon always tastes better with a little salt on it. So just a little pinch of salt here, not too much. And we're going to add some key lime juice. If I can get some out. I have to go get my presser. Alright, so let's get the squeeze in here. Let's see. In the large one, I usually do about 1.5, and then the other half goes in the small one. You can always check it later, but once you add it, you can't take it away, so don't add too much if you don't really like it like that. But usually 1.5 is pretty good for that size jar. Okay, so now we have to add our agave, our sweetener. And because this one is almost gone, I'm just going to put this one in here. I would not recommend using date sugar or coconut sugar in this. I've tried the date sugar. It doesn't dissolve very well in this, and the coconut sugar, you can just taste the coconut. I don't know why, but it's watermelon coconut, which is a weird flavor for me. So now this is also going to depend on how much you like sweet. So that's why there's really, I don't know why I said a recipe, because there'd be no recipe, I guess. Alright, so depending on how much sweetness you like, you're going to add as much agave as you like, or sweetener, or whatever you have. I don't usually put a real measurement on this. I just start and mix it up, and then I add more. So now we're just going to fill this up. Not all the way, because we're going to add some ice to it too. Because it is hot and I want it today. I don't want to wait. So there we go. A little over 3/4 of the way full. And we're just gonna mix this. I got juice everywhere. Mix that around pretty good. Get your agave and sugar all stirred up in there. Then you just want to give it a little taste. Oh yeah, that's good. And for this one, because I don't have a small enough spoon, I just put together some little bamboo skewers like I always do, just to mix it up here. Alright, and now we're just going to add a little bit of ice to this, so I'll be right back. Let me get my ice. Alright, ice on deck, so just add as much ice as you like. If you don't want to add ice, you can just put it in the refrigerator and wait for it to chill, but I don't want to wait for it to chill. My refrigerator is pretty full, so this is not going to sit in there, so it's pretty much going to sit on the counter. It's going to be gone in a day or two. So okay. Again, give it a good stir. Now we're finna go the extra mile, because now what we're gonna do is add some basil, because I don't know if you know, but watermelon and basil is good together. So we're going to add a little bit of basil for aesthetic and for a taste. Your smaller leaves, you can just throw them off in there. It looks really pretty. Alright, and the larger leaves, I just roll them up and give them a little chop here. You can use all small leaves if you want. Alright, a little bit in there. I'm not going to put any in the second one because we're going to do something different with that one. Alright, so this one. And throw some key limes in there, some sliced up key limes, just a few of them. As many as you like in there, it doesn't matter. I usually throw quite a few in there. If you're doing this for a party, little key, pack it with ice, right? So then when you stick your key limes in the side, they will actually stay, so it'll look very pretty. And there we are with our first one. Get my lid on. There we go. Set that one to the side. We're actually going to use hibiscus. I have some dried hibiscus leaves here, and I am just going to add a few of these to this. I like hibiscus and I like the way the color changes it, but I like the smell and the flavor, so you just add a little bit of hibiscus. You don't have to add the hibiscus. You can leave it like it is, or you can do it like that one. But just a few of your dried hibiscus in there. And we are all done. Now, I am going to, of course, give me a glass right now because I'm thirsty. It's hot. I was outside before I came in and started videotaping. And I got my glass here. Alright, and you can always garnish it with a little key lime. Try to anyway. And a little bit more basil, especially if you're doing it for a gathering and you want it to look pretty. Throw a couple of pieces in there. And there you have it. Watermelon, aquafaba, watermelon, agua fresca. Okay, years ago. Alright, so watermelon, agua fresca, 2 ways with hibiscus and with a little mint, with a little basil and some key limes. This is an awesome drink. It'll help you get rid of your watermelon, get your water intake in. I know sometimes with watermelon, like you cut it open and you realize you don't have enough room in the refrigerator for it. Like if you're like me, I got all these mason jars of stuff that I've already made sitting in the refrigerator, and so I really don't have a lot of room to be sitting this. This usually sits on the counter with tea. The tea is usually gone in 2 or 3 days, so that's usually what we do. And this one, I'll pretty much take to work. It'll be on the go with me or something like that when I'm out and about. And there you have it, people. Now, if you are entertaining and it's an adult's party, you could add some tequila to this because tequila is made with agave, so that should be fine, no problem. And you'll be having a good time. People will like it. Oh yeah, it is sweet, but it has just that little tart to it. That's good. Okay, so until next time, people, stay happy.
Agua Fresca.